Yo, what's going on, my YouTube fam, my Facebook fam? Peace and blessings to everybody out there. Hope everybody's having a beautiful, blessed day, even throughout all the stuff that's going on in the world. And second of all, let me say my apologies on, in regards to the time changes today. It's just been a long 2 days, but we here and it's showtime. So I'm sharing different content today, and of course speaking on different people. So you already know how it go, or you should know how it go. Got to keep it professional, and we're gonna go ahead and get it started with the infamous disclaimer, you guys. Then also at the same time, let a few folks tune on in so we could get the awareness going. And today the main topic that we're discussing is the 14-year-old boy that was killed at a amusement park in Orlando. But it's a few other things that I want to talk about. Where's the thing at? Oh, maybe I passed it up. Here it go.
Copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair.
Yo, what's good, my YouTube fam? So on that note, I must say, anything said about any person or persons in this content are not proven facts. Information in this content is based off of opinions and allegations. Allegedly. You know the internet's favorite word, allegedly. Allegedly. Let's get it. Allegedly. But yeah, what's going on, Miss Williams? How you doing today? Peace and blessings. Hope everything is well. You're right here watching, so I will hope everything is well. Yeah, I've been hearing about it for the last couple of days, and it just touched my heart. So you guys already know if it's something that touches my heart, I'm going to speak. I'm going to speak about it on my channel. And usually everything that I talk about touches a place in my heart, because that's the best way to spread awareness and to represent something, right? If it comes from the heart, even though, I got love for every situation, but, certain things that's going to touch you and catch your attention. But this was definitely one of them for multiple reasons. Number one, somebody lost their life. A child at that, 14 years old at an amusement park on a ride. And it's just, man, my mind goes all type of ways. And I just, try to think how the parents feel, how the little boy feel, and everybody, affected by the situation at hand. And then at the same time, these is the type of things that we also need to bring awareness to is, as far as roller coasters, these people need to tighten up their game. Whoever is responsible, like from the person at the company that builds the roller coasters or the amusement park. And one thing, the main thing that I want to get into is the workers. Not to blame the workers in this situation, but it's been multiple situations in my life and other situations that I've seen that, some of these people that work for these amusement parks don't, it seems like they don't care, but then it might not even be their fault, because they got to be on a time limit that's, pressed by the job. So it's a lot of things that need to be tightened up, because it's a few rides that I done been on, and I check, I make sure I'm strapped in, and I check it, and then I ask the people. And it's sometimes that I, ask the person, and they be like, oh no, you good. Like, they don't take it that serious. Like, it should damn near be a license to operate one of these machines. You know what I mean? And then it should be stressed that you press the issue that person now is strapped in correctly. But we're going to get more into it. I want to start off by this GoFundMe account for Marquise Evans, a California city man, residence that's been out there for years, which is also my daughter's stepfather, and a good person. And So the family is out there trying to raise money for a homegoing celebration, which is, I guess equivalent to a funeral, and, collect the right funds to bury him the right way, which I'm gonna tell y'all, like, he deserves this, you know what I mean? And it's sad that it even has to be a GoFundMe account for this man, but it is what it is. And he been solid to my kids, he always been solid to me, so it's only right that I share this and let my folks know. So anything will help, y'all, even if it's $1, $5, it doesn't really matter. It's all gonna add up and it's gonna happen eventually. So, at the same time, it's a rough situation, for California City, for my daughters, for my daughter's mother, for the family, for me. So I'm just trying to help out as much as possible. And it really means a lot. So if any, anything, if anybody could donate anything to this situation, that'd be cool. Anything that you guys would donate to this channel, just donate it to, it's another one that I'm gonna share too with my sister and her custody battle. But let's go ahead and just scroll through this page and see what they got to say, and then we're gonna keep it going, you guys. Thank you, single. I appreciate it. Much love to you. So they're trying to raise a goal of $10,000. They already raised 1,400 with 22 donations. I'm gonna go ahead and read the statement that they have. And I believe Q Evans is his sister. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it's been his sister and then my daughter's mother that's been dealing with the situation. So the man we all know and love as Marquise Evans was in a fatal car accident on March 6, 2022 at approximately 2:15 to 20 a.m. in the morning. Not long after that, his home was robbed for his money, shoes, clothes, and other valuables, leaving no funds to provide him a proper homegoing celebration. Mark was a great son, brother, father, friend, cousin, and bonus dad to many. He loved hard and was loved by many. He deserves to be celebrated. He deserves a proper homegoing. As such, his family is requesting assistance in providing him with a celebration that honors the man that he was. If you feel led, please donate so we can honor the man, the legend, Marquise Evans. And like I said, prior to this statement, man, he is a legend for sure and a great man. So y'all just keep that in mind. If we can't donate nothing, just share the GoFundMe. I'm gonna drop the link in the comment section. So anything would be appreciated. Yeah, let me drop I'm gonna drop it after this video in the comment section, which I should have did in the beginning, but like I said, y'all, it's been a long 2 days and it's just been non-stop and it's been crazy. Crazy. So on that note, let's go ahead and jump into the next one. Hold on real quick, you guys. Can you guys see it? Oh, okay, yeah, it's up there. All right, so the next one, I actually did a live feed on this. This is my sister right here, a great friend. She is going through a very unfair custody battle, and she's seeking proper representation for her child, my nephew, AJ, which is only 9 years old. And, you know, it's been a long battle for about 5 years. And not even just that, it's for the safety of the child. And, you know, he's in custody of the father, and it's not for the best interest of AJ. So, you know, if you guys want to go donate to this cause, I'm going to drop the link also in the description. And if you want to know more information in regards to this cause right here, just go back on my page, and I did a live, you know, in regards to this, that, you know, she explains her story and gets more into details and basically, you know, tell you guys everything that you would want to know, you know. So yeah, so in regards to those two, GoFundMe, even if you got $10, go split it up amongst both of them. If you got $2, whatever you guys want to do, make sure you guys share the you know, the link for the GoFundMes, or just share this live. Either way it goes, anything will work, you know. Any type of love is appreciated, like highly. So you know, thank you in advance for both these parties and the families. And also, you know, prayers is always a good thing too. And it's lots of prayers that's needed in all these situations. There's just, you know, man, a lot of stuff going on, you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the GoFundMe accounts. And let me see. Yeah, I think that's it. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the main topic, which is 14-year-old boy, teenage boy that passed away due to a roller coaster, which is very, very sad, you guys. You know, I mean, man, like I said earlier, I just think about all types of stuff. What was in, you know, his mind state. I don't even want to get into details, but you guys, you know, get what I'm saying. And then what his father has to go through, and, you know, everybody else that's close, that's affected by it, the people that seen it. And it's just very tragic, very, very tragic. And it touched my heart. So we're going to speak up on it. And I got 4 different videos that I want to share with you guys in regards to that situation. And we're just going to go ahead and react to it together and, you know, talk about it. That's about it. So let me go ahead and pull it up for you guys. Just give me about 30 seconds, y'all. All right, you guys, here we go. Sorry it's taking so long to, you know, transition to the next video. So let me go ahead and just give a little bit more details, the information that I have at hand before they jump into the information that which is, you know, basically the same stuff. But for right now, as you guys can see on the screen, they're talking about that ride that's directly in the middle. I think is red. And I also believe that it's one of the tallest drop rides in the world. So, and this is in Orlando, Florida. But just real quick, you guys, just look at that ride. He didn't fall all the way from the top, which I don't really think it matters. I mean, shit, a fall is a fall. And you know, everybody is damn near scared of heights, so I could just imagine the fear. But it was on the way down, you guys, and you know, on these rides where they hit the brakes right before the ride stops and then they drop again. So it was, I would say, like a little bit below half, maybe at like 30% of the ride coming down. That's where the little boy, you know, fell off at. But I'm gonna go ahead and read the description for you guys, and then we're gonna jump into the video. So for the, you know, for the people that's just tuned in and doesn't know quite what's going on. So 14-year-old boy has died after authorities in Florida say he fell from a theme park ride in Orlando. WESH Channel 2 News reported. So this is not Channel 2 News, but I think I got Channel 2 News up here. We'll get into their broadcast also. While riding the Orlando freefall ride at Icon Park around 11 p.m. Thursday night, the teen fell to his death, the Orange County Sheriff's Office said. The teen was rushed to the hospital, but later died from injuries, police said. The identity of the teen has not been released. The drop tower attraction, according to Icon's Park website, stands at 430 feet high, which makes it the world's tallest freestanding drop tower. The ride can accommodate 30 riders when loaded to capacity. Local police has opened an investigation into the incident. The ride was opened in December alongside the Orlando Slingshot, which was a popular attraction for the Florida theme park. I lost where I was at. My bad, you guys. Once at the top, riders briefly slant forward and actually face the ground before facing toward it at 75 miles per hour. Damn, that's crazy. So basically what they're saying is when you get to the top of this ride, the seats, they tilt forward all the way at 430 feet in the air. That's pretty intensifying. Like, god damn, that's scary. And look, let me tell you my little story real quick, which just happened last week. I always feared roller coasters and you know, rides like this. So when I went to Vegas, I faced my fear. You know, I'm getting Magic Mountain ready, and I think this pretty much canceled it. But it was only 2 parks in that theme park that I didn't get on, and these was one of them. It wasn't that tall, but it was a free fall ride, and I wasn't feeling it. Like, you know, I'd rather get on a roller coaster. I don't know if it's a difference, if a tragedy happens, but I just wasn't comfortable with that free fall shit. Like, I'll pass on that. I'll do, you know, everything else. And that's just straight up and down. And it was probably only, I would say, like 200 feet up. In the seats, they didn't tilt. So I could imagine, you know, how this would be. But yeah, so let's get into this video, you guys. Channel 9 WFTV. I don't know if that's the name of the news channel, but that's what it says. Shout out to them.
Ride gone wrong.
Nothing in the world.
The painful cries from the father of the 14-year-old boy who fell to his death on an Orlando ride last night, and the lingering questions about how it happened. The Orlando freefall ride at Icon Park remains closed as investigators try to figure out how this all happened. Good evening, I'm Vanessa Eccles.
And I'm Martha Sigalski. This is just a horrific story. That ride officially opened just a few months ago. This is video of the scene from today. You can see those inspectors assessing the seat, which is believed to be the seat that 14-year-old boy was in. Also tonight, we do have live team coverage on this tragedy. Channel 9 investigative reporter Christopher Heath is digging into how often this ride gets inspected and looking at those inspection reports. But we begin tonight with Channel 9 Shannon Butler, who's been working all day to find out just how this happened. Shannon, the Orange County Sheriff says this appears to be just a tragic accident.
Well, he does, and witnesses that were here last night told me they watched the ride go up and it didn't seem like anything was wrong. They said it went up to the top, it came back down, came to that stop like it always does. That's when they say that the 14-year-old came underneath one of those blue harnesses and fell to the ground. Dispatchers tried to get people to give him CPR, but those callers to 911 said it was too late. Gary Winthrop was at Icon Park last night watching the free fall ride.
The ride goes up and it goes up and we're kind of watching it. Next thing you know, it starts coming down. We're like, oh, and everybody's screaming, normal, ride type of thing.
But he never thought he would see what happened next.
It comes down, I guess it halted on the brakes, comes kind of closer, and then he slides right out.
14-year-old Tyree Sampson was on the ride around 11 o'clock last night when he fell to his death. People called 911 trying to help him.
The thing went down the drop, and when I got closer to the bottom and it hit the brakes, the guy fell right out of the seat and bam, went straight through the chair.
The sheriff's office said that he was here from Missouri with another family on vacation. Today, investigators were out measuring the seat he was riding in as they worked to try to figure out what went wrong. Today, the sheriff's office says early findings show that this was just a tragic accident, but it is still unclear how and why Sampson was thrown from the ride. The sheriff said that workers that were interviewed did not see anything wrong before the ride went up, and you can hear the workers after the fall saying that those checks were done. Now, right now, you can see this ride is shut down as investigators continue to try to figure out what went wrong here. It is unclear when this ride will reopen. As for the family, they say he was here on spring break. He is a fierce football player, they said, and a good student. They are devastated by what's happened here. We are live in Orlando. Shannon Butler, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
And new this hour, we are hearing from that heartbroken father of the 14-year-old killed. He says when he heard what happened, it knocked the wind out of him.
Sorry is not.
Man, you guys, this is like so heartbreaking. This is crazy. Very, very tragic for sure. And it's kind of hard to understand because you see the size on the little boy. They said he was about 300 pounds. So it's like, how can this machine malfunction and he slides out? So one thing I want to say on that is, for those that ride roller coasters, some rides got a seatbelt with the restraint, the shoulder restraint over your body. So in regards to this ride right here, it was just a shoulder restraint, which I think is like a big issue. First of all, how much more is it just to apply a seatbelt to the ride along with the shoulder restraint? So just imagine if this ride would have had a seatbelt, the injuries probably wouldn't have led into a death. And you definitely wouldn't have fell out or slid out the seat. But yeah, you guys, this ride did not have a seatbelt, just a shoulder restraint, which, that's a red flag right there in regards to the situation at hand, because that could have prevented everything. So I guess you could blame the people that, the company that designed the ride, but then it also is a responsibility for the theme park too, the amusement park. Everybody need to be on top of their game when it comes to roller coasters, man. And, because this right here, it doesn't make sense. That's one of the first red flags that, you know, that I noticed right there off tops is why doesn't this ride have a seatbelt? You know, roller coasters and rides already cost a lot of money, you guys. For those that don't know, like, you know, the big ones that be at Magic Mountain be like $10 million to build. So just imagine anything, you know, lesser than that is still going to be a large amount of money. Which the whole point that I'm getting to is why not just add a seatbelt? Why not just add a seatbelt? And then I can speak up on this, like, cause I told y'all, like, I just faced my fear last week of roller coasters, and I don't want to say this messed it up, but this gets me back to, you know, how I used to think at first, and I just think like that, y'all, because it's certain. I like, you know, I value my life. Not saying if you get on the roller coaster that All right, you guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, fam, I'm back. Sorry about that. The wind is really picking up really bad out here in Lancaster. For those that know, that's a customer spectrum. That's all it takes is some bad weather, and then the whole Wi-Fi goes haywire. But we're gonna go ahead and try one more time. If it continues to be a problem, we're just gonna have to end it live, and then I'll continue once the wind goes down. Which is going, back and forth. It kind of calmed down a little bit, so hopefully it stays like that. Then we should be good. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. If you are watching over there on Facebook, make sure you come on over here to YouTube if you are not subscribed, and become a subscriber to support the cause, spread awareness, and all the good things. Guitar pudding, I don't know what that is, but yeah, shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Stephanie, Jennifer Nobles, Miss Williams, who else is in this thing? Yeah, and everybody else that's in the background. So once again, you guys, let me go ahead and load up this video, and I'm gonna try to make this as fast as possible just due to the weather, and I don't want to keep going through this shit. It gets very frustrating on my end, and I know it's frustrating on y'all end too, because it's just, nobody wants to go through this shit. Okay, fam, so here we go. We into the part, where they interview the father. This is the father of the boy. Prayers to him, prayers to the family. I could never, ever imagine going through this or getting this type of news. Man, I cannot imagine. Losing your son, and jeez. Losing a kid in general. Just losing a kid in general, and, especially due to a situation like this, and it makes me think like, this can happen to anybody at any given moment. And when I was in Vegas, I had my kids with me, and my daughter she doesn't fear nothing. So I'm just letting her get on every ride and rides that I'm scared of. And it's just like, damn, like, is that a good thing to do? Is this really safe for people? I don't know, man. At the end of the day, roller coaster, I did have a lot of fun, but then it's still, like my best friend said when he was with me, man, it's a machine at the end of the day. And you basically put in your life in the hands of this machine, and also the people that strap you in that sometimes really don't seem like they care. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, let's get back into this video before, the Wi-Fi started tripping. Like I said, I think we good. The wind calmed down a little bit. Actually, a lot. So let me load this video. Oh, it's already there. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna take it back. And no money, nothing in the world to replace that young man. And it's just sad. It's sad. A young man, bright future, been taken away from him, and over.
Oh yeah, Jennifer. I haven't seen the video either. I heard it was, across the internet, but that's one thing that I don't do in my personal life. I don't even like to watch them type of videos, especially, somebody losing their life. So I don't want to see, and I would never, ever post no video on my channel of somebody losing their life. And I think a lot of people out there should think like that. Like, that video shouldn't even been on the internet. Okay, boom, somebody was recording, turn it in to the law enforcement, and that's about it. To go upload that to the internet, that's sick. For you to share that, it's kind of sickening. You know what I mean? Like, why would you even be in the right mind state to do that? To share something like, it's people that's going to be affected by that for the rest of their lives. And then they could go on the internet at any given moment and see this at any time in life on accident. They might just get on Facebook and somebody shared that shit from 5 years ago of their family member or whoever loved one dying, like, on film. Like, that's out. But yeah, so we're definitely not gonna play the video over here. I mean, it's some people that will watch that. I'm not knocking nobody. I'm just saying how I feel. So if you guys do want to go see the video, it's out there somewhere on the Facebook, internet, YouTube. I don't know. Like my girl had brought that up to me earlier. I'm like, man, I don't care who shared that shit. Like they're weird for sharing it. And whoever uploaded that shit is weird. Because if that was them, they would not want that shit. Imagine if this is your child. You don't want to be traumatized. You're already going to be traumatized and already go through a lot. Like, you know, why make it worse? But that's just me. Y'all already know how I think. So we're going to get past that. But I did have to say that, you know, maybe it'll spark some type of common sense into them people out there, man. Because there's no benefit of uploading a video like that besides your own self-benefit or like for money or something like that, which at the end of the day is just not right. It's no right reason to upload any type of video like that anywhere, especially the internet. So we got that out the way. Let's jump into this interview by the dad, man. Prayers for this father, prayers for the family. Once again, prayers for everybody that's affected by the situation. Like I said earlier, I could not even imagine. And like he said, like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna get some money about this situation, but at the end of the day, that's not gonna bring his son back. It's not gonna heal the pain. And that's one of the first things he said, like, it's nothing that's gonna fix it. So on that note, somebody has to be held responsible, which I'm pretty sure is gonna happen, but not even just being held responsible, like a lot of things should be changed when it comes to these roller coasters. Like that shit dangerous. 75 miles per hour and you falling from stories and stories, and y'all, like, you know, whoever, because it's different people that could be involved. You know, you got the workers, you got the I guess you probably can say the inspectors, but it's a new ride, but you know, people could blame them too. The amusement park, because they allowed this type of ride on their property and in their business. So on that note, they should want to make sure every ride that enters should be safe, right? I wouldn't want no property in a theme park and then allow this company or this ride to come in and it's half-assed. And to me, not having a goddamn seatbelt on this ride is half-assed. That's stupid as hell. I know y'all feel me on that. Like, this ride should have had a seatbelt. That's for extra safety, but they act like extra safety is not needed on this type of ride. Any fucking theme ride, any roller coaster should have extra safety. Because I don't never feel the restraint, the shoulder restraints. I never feel like that's enough. It's not enough. And sometimes you got the shoulder restraints that do strap in, but then you got the ones that don't. So where once you locked in, you should be locked in. Like, I know that like, you guys get what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? It should be connected to the bottom half of the seat too, basically, is what I'm saying. Not just you put it over your shoulders and there ain't no seatbelt, or you can't even strap that restraint in to the seat. To where at least you know for sure that ain't nothing gonna come unlatched. Like, even if the restraint breaks, you know, either that restraint is strapped into the seat or it's a seatbelt to, you know, will easily prevent stuff like this.
Or ride or amusement park.
That father says the pain he's feeling is never going to go away.
The company behind the Orlando Freefall at Icon Park says it's the tallest freestanding drop tower in the world at 430 feet tall. It can hold 30 riders at once. When they get to the top of the tower, riders are tilted forward 30 degrees toward the ground. Then they free fall nearly 400 feet, reaching speeds of 75 miles per hour. Now take a look at this. This is video from the day the ride opened. This was in late December. You can see employees there were going around to each rider and tugging on the harness to make sure the riders were locked in before they were hoisted into the air. Rides like this are subjected to inspections by the State Department of Agriculture. They're required to have a certificate of
All right, real quick, you guys, I want to point out something. I don't know if you guys seen it or not. I'm gonna show you how much these people care about how much you strapped in these dangerous ass rides. Let me get back to it. And I'm gonna show y'all exactly what the hell I'm talking about. About, you know, some of these employees. I'm trying to catch the frame. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, I think that's the frame that I'm looking for. I'm gonna still go back and play the, you know, the video over. Not the whole video, but you know, I'm gonna take it back a couple seconds. So basically, all right, you see the man with the black t-shirt and the white hat. It looks like he has a camera. So the Caucasian man right behind him, if you guys didn't notice at first, he only checked the restraint with one hand. And then he moved on to the next one. But it's little things like that. Not saying that he doesn't care, not, you know, but it should be a protocol. Like, if that would have been me, I still would have been checking the restraint, and I would have been like, hey, bro, like, I'm locked in. Like, just don't come past me and just grab my shit with one hand and think that, you know, I'm gonna be satisfied with that. And you supposed to be making sure that this restraint is locked in, and then you walk past me with one hand and just do it real briefly and then move on. Nah, it's them little things like that that could cost somebody's life. Once again, I'm not blaming nobody, but I'm just, you know, speaking on future possible protocols that, you know, these people need to pay attention to. It sucks that, you know, people got to lose their life for these people to get shit like this straight. And then sometimes people lose their life and they still don't care. At the end of the day, I mean, shit, can you really trust these roller coasters? I mean, your life is in danger when you do these type of things. And, you know, I know it's all fun, but that's why I be trying to stay away from this shit.
sure the riders were locked in before they were hoisted into the air. Rides like this are subjected to inspections by the State Department of Agriculture. They're required to have a certificate of insurance and an annual affidavit of compliance. Tower riders are
All right, so once again, you guys, I took it back a couple seconds. Look at that person that I told y'all to look at, and look how, you know, the other man, he grabbed it with two hands, which was the man in front of him, I believe. And then he comes along and only does one hand.
tilted forward 30 degrees toward the ground. Then they free fall nearly 400 feet, reaching speeds of 75 miles per hour. Now take a look at this. This is video from the day the ride opened. This was in late December. You can see employees there were going around to each ride.
Oh, the other man did it too. I don't know if you caught that. The first clip, he grabbed it with one hand. But though, you know, the whole point that I'm getting to is this is how serious they take these people's lives, your life and anybody else's life that get on these roller coasters. Don't grab my shit with one hand, bro. But yeah, the other man did it too. They both of these employees at this same park on the same ride. This is not the same day, or it might be no. This is from the day that it opened. So the fucking first day that this ride opened, they already slacking. And the proof is right there. So it's a whole lot of red flags on is pretty much transparent to see why this situation occurred. Just look at what's going on the first day. Off this little clip right here, you can see 2 employees barely checking these seats. So let's fast forward to the situation that we're going through now. How do we know that one of these, I'm just saying, you know, I'm just throwing that out there because this is still something that somebody out there, you know, the owners of these amusement parks, somebody need to tighten their game up. But how do we know that, you know, the same thing didn't happen with this 14-year-old kid? One of these employers just walked by and just grabbed it with one hand and might have felt like it was good, but it really wasn't. And it still should have had a seatbelt. So right now, it's a lot of people to blame, or a lot of people to look at. Shit, crazy situation. Yeah, Jennifer, I have a fear of roller coasters too. Like I said earlier, I literally just faced my fear last week. And it's just how ironic, like, you know, because I was very excited. Like, I was into it. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, I started watching roller coaster videos on YouTube and watching Magic Mountain roller coasters. Like, yeah, I'm trying to prepare myself. And then, you know, this happened, and it just made me think all over again. Yeah, Queen. I thought about that too, like, you know, because last week I had my daughter with me. She's fearless, so she getting on every ride, and I'm not even on a ride with her. I don't think it would matter, like, unless I'm right beside her. But if something happened on a ride, it's pretty much tragic, you know. But yeah, that's the first thing I thought about. I'm like, damn, am I a bad parent? I didn't let my daughter didn't get on these roller coasters like it's nothing, and just disregarded the fact that it's still a machine at the end of the day. Anything can happen. So I know, like, you know, I don't think I'm gonna be allowing my kids on any rides either. We'll find something else to do. We'll go to like a lake, you know, the same stuff that I've been doing all my life. I like to go camping and go to lakes, you know, little simple things. Oh, excuse me, you guys, my bad.
Rider and tugging on the harness to make sure the riders were locked in before they were hoisted into the air. Rides like this are subjected to inspections by the State Department of Agriculture. They're required to have a certificate of insurance and an annual affidavit of compliance and testing performed by a professional engineer or qualified inspector.
And that ride would have had to been inspected before it opened in December, but since it's only been open for a few months, it wasn't yet due for any re-inspections. Channel 9 investigative reporter Christopher Heath obtained the U.S. and international patents for the ride and continues our team coverage with more details about the attraction.
The thing we are looking for is information about the seats. In the United States, there are 3 of these large 400-foot drop towers, 2 built by a company out of Liechtenstein. Both of these have a belt that connects the shoulder restraint to the seat, but the one in Orlando was built by an Austrian company, and it has no such belt. The ride that claimed a teen's life in Orlando had only been in operation for a few months. The state was required to inspect it before opening. Today, crews were inspecting the ride again, testing the seats. You can see here men walking from chair to chair, checking the shoulder restraints. State law requires daily inspections, which spokesman John Stein says the company was doing.
We work with the Florida Department of Agriculture They do their inspections. We do a daily inspection on our rides before we open.
In documents released to Eyewitness News from the Florida Department of Agriculture, you can see here the ride was inspected on Monday, December the 20th. That's less than 4 months ago. It passed with state inspection specialist Mark Gonzalez signing off on the ride. As for the ride itself, the manufacturer is a company called Funtime. The Austrian company has a series of U.S. and international patents for the ride. Most that we found deal with the tower with just one mention of seats or harnesses, but no specifics. As for how the harness failed or if it was never secured properly in the first place, that will be determined by a series of inspections across several levels of the government.
It is ongoing, and we are working with Orange County Sheriff's Office as well as other agencies.
That's crazy, y'all. So I don't know if y'all got the same thing that I got up out of it, but the least thing that was talked about in that report was the seats, which should be the most, or at least one of the most important things, should be the restraint. And they should have some type of mechanism to where once it's locked, like it's locked. And I'm pretty sure with this technology that they have, they can make that very possible. And then still at the end of the day, just put a seatbelt or a strap that's connected to the restraint, you know. But what I'm saying is, it just sounds like none of these people care. So apparently not even the people that make these rides and design these rides really care about the restraint of the person in there. And then we already seen that some of these employees, not to blame them, but let's just say the amusement park, you know, because it's their protocol. They don't pretty much care either, which is common sense, man. Look, you know, a lot of people, it's just about money. Make the money, and if they can make the money, everything else comes behind it, including a person's safety. So I guess the message that I could say is you know, you got to think about when you get on these rides, or your family members or your kids, or, you know, whatever the case may be. Like, really think about that. There's still other rides out there that's, I'm pretty sure it's not life threatening, you know, still, you know, but shit like this, you got to really think about. Yeah, Queen B, I'm pretty sure the family is going to sue. Even though, you know, the money and all that shit is not going to do nothing, but if the opportunity is there, you would be I wouldn't say a fool not to, because I know somebody that been through a tragedy before and got offered money without a lawsuit and didn't want shit because they were still going through the pain and just really didn't care at the time. And already had a job and money in the bank, you know, but the whole point, he just didn't care. So, you know, I don't know exactly how these people feel. But, you know, the average person would sue, especially if you have a solid opportunity. And you should want to sue, you know, because you're going to have to pay for burial fees and, you know, everything financially that comes behind this tragic situation is going to have to be funds that's going to have to come out somebody's pocket. So, you know, even if you just suing just to get your funds back, or, you know, but yeah, I hope they sue too, you know, shit, that's probably, you know, the fucking best thing you could get out of a situation like this.
These that have yet to be engaged, but will be engaged.
Christopher Heath, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
This young man's tragic death has drawn attention from all over, and the rides being closed at Icon Park also, that has people talking as well. Channel 9's Nick Papantonis continues our live team coverage at Icon Park. And Nick, people weren't necessarily there to see it, but everyone you've talked with has been affected in some way.
Yeah, there's been a steady stream of people here at Icon Park looking up toward the sky, trying to picture their friends or family members or children even riding this ride in that teenager's place. There's even been a...
All right, so real quick, you guys, I think where that ride was at right now, I think that's, you know, where he might have fell from, that height. Which, like I said, I don't think it really matters. From that height or the top is still deadly. And just the thought of it, you know, falling to your death, and especially in the mind of a child that hasn't even lived a life as an adult yet. And man, I don't even want to, you know, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably, you know, at the height that he dropped. Because, you know, they said it wasn't all the way at the top. It was, you know, once the ride comes down and it hit their brakes, which I would think, you know, will be around that area. But, you know, you're still very high. That's probably like 4 stories high, maybe more. I'm pretty sure it's not nothing less, because that clearly looks over 4 stories, maybe 5 or 6. And then you're still going, you know, what they say, 75 miles per hour.
A memorial that started here with people laying flowers down at the base of the ride, honoring the teen who died. This is about the time of the day where people start heading out to eat and have fun in this district. Some of the tourists told me not everyone knows just what happened yet. We've been getting a lot of questions just standing here. The news spread pretty quickly last night. People say there's been an uneasiness up and down the road. Everyone silently saying to themselves, this could have been me.
I can't imagine that kind of thing happening right in front of me, you know? So it's like a regular night, a regular spring break night.
I got a kid, and she's 11. She loves stuff like that, but I don't think she's going to be getting on these no more.
Real talk, you feel me? It's an eye-opener, man. And it's an eye-opener that people need to pay attention to and really, you know, take it that serious, man, especially in regards to, you know, putting our kids on there. And look, I don't think his parents was there. So, you know, I'm not bashing his parents, you know, I'm not directing this towards them. I believe, you know, he was out of state and he was with family friends. So I'm not speaking up on, you know, the father or anybody specifically. I'm just speaking in general. And, you know, what we put ourselves into or what we put our kids into. Just like that man said, his daughter is 11 and fear nothing. My daughter is 9 and fears nothing. But at the end of the day, for, you know, the real parents is going to feel like that. And it should make you think. And it should make you think not to put your kids on these type of rides. And honestly, I encourage that, you know, because it's supposed to be fun at the end of the day. But how fun can it really be when you playing with your life or your children's life? It's just something to take into consideration, because no matter what, you guys, these rides are still going to be there. And what's the chances of them really even making a change? They might not. It just all depends. You know, every situation is different. Every company thinks different. And every situation is different. Everything is handled different. So we don't know what's going to happen. The only thing that you could really learn from this situation is be more considerate, you know, for you and yours. Yeah, I think it was Missouri, something like that. It was for sure a different state. And yeah, they did say that he was with his friends and stuff. So yeah, I don't believe that his parents was there. Yeah, Rajah, I don't know if you was on here earlier when I was talking about the video, but yeah, I haven't watched the video myself, and we're not going to play the video over here. That's something I don't do on my channel. I would never go over somebody dying on my channel. I'll talk about the story and, you know, things like that, but showing the actual footage, like, you know, nah. Especially a child, man. Or, you know, a person in general, you know, it's not right. I'm definitely not watching it. Definitely not showing it on this channel. I don't want to see that shit. I don't understand nobody that would want to see that. For what? What would be the purpose of watching that video? It's no purpose. Besides to feed whatever freaking weirdness is in your body, honestly. But hey, I'm not judging nobody. There's still people out there that like watching things like that, and it still is good people, but you know, they just got the gut, and they, you know, whatever the case may be, you know what I mean. I'm just speaking on my behalf.
This is the second drop ride death in the United States since this fall. A 6-year-old died out in Colorado back in September after she wasn't properly restrained inside the ride. However, amusement park rides have been increasingly rare since the turn of the century, falling quite a bit in amount compared to how many people ride these rides. Maybe take a look at that.
Yeah, fam, I'm not even gonna lie, like it instantly, like, you know, affected me, like, you know, it's a sad situation, you know what I mean. Jeez, sad situation, man. Poor little boy, poor family. This is like, this would be a definition of tragic, like somebody's worst nightmare, from the child to the family, the parents.
In depth tonight on WFTV Tonight at 11. Live in Orange County, Nick Papantonis, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
We're going to continue digging into what happened last night at Icon Park. We'll have any new developments on air and online at WFTV.com.
All right, fam, I do got some more clips. I actually got 3 more. I'm gonna try to make it as fast as possible, but hey, you know, we're gonna deliver it how it comes out. So it is what it is. I got 2 more news clips, and then I got a clip from this same ride from the people that tested the ride the actual first day that they opened. Not the people that you just seen on a news clip, but the actual, you know, workers or whoever, you know. They was actually the first people to ride this ride, but it gives you an experience of this ride too. So you guys gotta get it. And it is crazy, you know. Let me say this one more time. Like when I did my thing in Vegas, that free fall ride was one of the only ones that I didn't get on. I don't know why. I just, even though I faced my fears, I still didn't, you know. And I was confident about it. Like, I'm not getting on that shit. It don't even seem fun, like that free fall things. It doesn't excite me. I've been on one before in my life, and it's scarier, like, you know, than a lot of other rides, than actual roller coasters. To me, it is, you know. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this next clip, which is another news clip. They all got different information. That's why I'm gonna show all of them. I'm gonna just try to run it straight through, you know, keep it short. All right, fam. So this next clip that I'm finna play for you guys is another news clip, just with a little bit different information, but still in regards to the same thing.
A 14-year-old falls to his death, causing chaos among the people still stuck on the ride. Fox 35 with video of the incident on the brand new Orlando Freefall Tower.
At first, like, we thought it was like a piece of the ride. And during the middle of the ride, the guy just came off.
The teen falling out of his seat as the ride plunged towards the ground, still hundreds of feet in the air.
We got a little closer, and it was actually like.
I just want to say this too. You know, prayers for everybody that witnessed this too. Even the employees, the people that was on the ride, the family members that was there, any type of witness. Just think about it like this is a tragedy that all these people had to witness. It's something that's gonna, you know, traumatize them for the rest of their life. And, you know, so shit, all these people need to be entitled to something at the end of the day. And I'm pretty sure they probably could if they want to take it that route. But they should want to, you know what I mean? Because like I said, it's something that all these people have to deal with. It's not their fault. You know, it's whoever fault they want to blame, but it's somebody's fault, but it's not their fault. So these are victims too, honestly, right? If I witness something like that, I'm a victim, not just to play no role, but that's reality. Like y'all gonna, you know, shit. Hey, y'all finna pay for it. Everything, or don't have this type of shit. You know, if y'all can't get it together.
A person laying on the ground.
Fox 35 with live team coverage of the fatal fall.
Tyree Sampson was from the St. Louis area. He played football and had hopes of going to the NFL. He was visiting Icon Park in Orlando with his friend's family. Now, the mystery remains. How did this tragedy happen?
We did obtain video of the fall, which we're not going to broadcast, but the discussion between the workers after the accident is very important. Take a listen.
Before they play that, I just thought about this. And I realized this just looking at how big this kid was. 300 pounds at 14 years old. But pay attention to this, you guys. When the ride hit the brakes, they state what's reported is that he slipped under the seat. That's not the truth. Or it's half the truth, because apparently if that restraint is locked in, especially on a big person, it should be very tight. And once it's locked in, it's supposed to be locked in. And then also, I'm pretty sure certain rides, I think they're going to speak up on this, has he got denied on certain rides in that park because of his weight. So some rides don't allow, you know, just like that don't allow small people, little kids. You got to be a certain height and or whatever the case may be. You know, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing with bigger people. The point that I'm getting to, that's half the story, is he didn't just slide out. Y'all restraint have to give up, or it was never locked in the first place. Keep it 100. Right? Y'all understand the point that I'm getting to? This kid didn't just slip out the bottom of the ride, especially being this big. It's not like, okay, it was locked in and he weighs 60 pounds and can really, you know, slide through. This man ain't sliding nowhere. That shit failed, or it was never locked in the first place. And I would think that, you know, shit, with all the technology and where we at in life, I would think a company that then probably mastered how to build these rides would know how to, you know, mastermind the mechanism of the lock system to where it should be permanent. Somehow, like, I don't know how they would do it, but I'm pretty sure it's very, very possible. No matter if it was 1,000 pounds of pressure on top of -4 G's, it should still be able to hold whatever weight is on there. And if it can't, if it's a limitation, that it should be said. So somebody stated it earlier in the comment section that it is, you know, some BS or some cover up or not the full story. Most definitely common sense to tell you that.
You can check it? You guys are sure you checked it?
So here's what we know so far in this case. Orange County deputies say that Tyree Sampson fell from the Orlando freefall just after 11 o'clock last night. He was rushed to the hospital where he died.
All right, so I know y'all heard that part where another employer was asking the ones that was there, did you check them? And she pressing an issue. So I would think that her being in concern like that, she probably feel that he wasn't checked properly, because it probably wouldn't happen. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to create no narrative, you guys. I'm just speaking on the way I think, you know, and how to break down things and try to figure out shit. Her energy and the way she, you know, so it was a high concern. She was concerned about it. And she asked twice, like, are you guys sure? So what that tell y'all? For the people out there that, you know how to read bodies and psychology and, you know, put things together, read in between the lines. And like I said, you know, this is just my opinion, my thoughts. Not to apply no type of pressure or put no jacket on anybody involved in this situation. Besides the amusement park and the people who designed this ride, that's for sure. They need to be questioned and held accountable. Either one of them or both of them, for sure. Anybody else, you know, I don't know. We'll see what happens, you know.
At 12:30 this afternoon, the sheriff said that the death appears to be an accident. Then our crews saw ride inspectors at the scene at around 1:30. That ride is still closed.
We have live team coverage of the fatal fall at Icon Park. Fox 35's Valerie Boyd talked exclusively with the teen's father. But we begin tonight with Holly Bristow. Holly, you have been looking into what went wrong yesterday.
That's right. And for much of the afternoon, an inspector from the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Affairs was right back here at the Orlando Free Fall ride. They actually took the ride from where it is mid-air all the way down to the ground. The inspectors spent quite a bit of time down there paying particular attention to this seat that it is believed that this teenager fell from. They were taking measurements. He was taking the harness device, putting it up, putting it down, tugging at the device. They were taking measurements. At one point in time, the inspector actually got in the actual chair that the teen was in, and they were taking more measurements, trying to get to the bottom of exactly what happened and how this 14-year-old boy wound up sliding out of that seat. And
I'm sorry, y'all. My opinion, I just don't believe that it was a technical malfunction, man. Not saying that it's not possible, but these people design these machines, at least for the most part, to lock. So think about it like this: him being a big boy, right? And my little bit of experience of roller coasters, and me being somewhat of a big boy, even though this child is bigger than me, but that's why I always double check, because I feel it hit my chest and then it still feel loose. So sometimes I might have to pull the restraint back for it to really lock. I always make sure I'm locked up myself because I'm big and I don't like that feeling, you know, and sometimes you got a little play in it. So it's not a comfort, you know, it's not a good comfort zone to be in, like, you know. So I could just imagine just, you know, him just not being locked in. But then again, the way the ride is designed, they tilt the seats forward at the top. So he probably would have fell in. I don't know, man. This shit ain't making no sense.
unfortunately, to his death. The Orange County Sheriff's Office was the first investigating agency on scene, and here is what Sheriff John Mina had to say.
Our role in this situation is determine whether or not this is an accident or intentional act, and this does appear just to be a terrible tragedy.
Now, amusement rides do fall under the category of the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Affairs. They're the ones that come out here and do the inspections before these are actually cleared for people to ride on them. Those were the inspectors that were out here today. It's unclear exactly how long this investigation is going to take. It could take weeks, it could take months, but we'll certainly keep you posted on any updates we get from them. For now, reporting live on iDrive, Holly Bristow, Fox 35 News.
Holly, thank you. And the Orlando Freefall is a brand new ride at Icon Park. It just opened up at the end of December. At 430 feet high, it is the world's tallest freestanding drop tower. It takes people slowly into the sky and then drops them at speeds of up to 75 miles per hour. And the same company has similar rides at other parks across the country, like the drop line at Dollywood. They tell us they've closed that ride for now until they know more about the accident here at Icon Park.
And the sheriff says the teenager was visiting Orlando from St. Louis with another family. Fox 35's Valerie Boyd continues our live team coverage. And Val, you spoke exclusively with the boy's dad today. What did he say?
That's right, John. The victim's father, it's very emotional. The father, Yarnell Sampson, says his 14-year-old son, Tyree, was on this ride with two of his best friends when the tragedy occurred. They were visiting from St. Louis. His 14-year-old son, Tyree, was on the freefall ride with two of his best friends.
When the ride took off, that's when he was feeling uncomfortable. He was like, this thing is moving. You know what I'm saying? He was like, what's going on? That's when he started freaking out. And he was explaining to his friend was next to him like, man, I don't know, man.
Man, that's crazy. And that should be another protocol to where, like, we all know how roller coasters go. I guess that's part of the thrill is once it gets started. I was going to say once you lock in, you locked in, but that's not the case because sometimes people is not even locked in. But once you in that seat, and it starts going, it's not so many things that you can do to stop that ride, even if your life is in danger. And I don't even think they have too many protocols for that, like, you know, and that should be taken more serious too. If this boy was in a panic zone going on his way up, why is it not possible for him to try to stop this ride somehow? And it's just something that they don't take that serious because it's a roller coaster. It's for the thrill, but still though, it's just still something, you know, something. I can't think of what. I don't know, man. A lot of red flags, y'all. A lot of red flags for sure.
Man, if I can make it, if I don't make it down, I'll say, man, please tell my mom and daddy I love her. Like, you know, for him to say something like that, he must have felt something.
He says his son is 6'5" and 340 pounds.
But this one particular ride decided, yeah, we could take you. Come on, get on. You know, when nobody else allowed him to get on the rides. So I wonder what happened between now and then what made him say, come on, you can get on this ride.
He says they should have stopped the ride and wants answers.
This should never happen to nobody else's child ever again. And if I have something to do with it, it never will happen again.
Yarnell says Tyree had an amazing future in football and had hopes of playing in the NFL.
14-year-old young man, he was an honor roll student. The young man had a bright future.
That's a sad story, man. That shit is sad. And just the fact that they gotta live with that too. It's a lot of things a lot of bad things that these people have to live with for the rest of their life. But just to add on to the list that, you know, Those were some of the last words that your child said. And then you got to think about what your child. I don't even want to talk about it, y'all. It's fucking.
And back here live, Yarnell says he plans to find out what happened to his son. He also says it took 10 minutes for an ambulance to arrive on scene, which he says took too long. Of course, we are looking into those allegations. Live in Orlando, Valerie Boy, Fox 35 News.
Thanks, Val. And the Freefall Tower is the sister ride to the Orlando Starflyer, which is also at Icon Park. In September of 2020, a 21-year-old employee fell to his death as he was climbing that ride while doing inspections. He fell about 50 to 60 feet to an internal platform. We, of course, will continue to follow this developing story as soon as we hear from ride inspectors.
Oh, hell no. The hell? So 2 people done died at this park, and I'm pretty sure these owners or whoever, they don't care. They're going to still continue. They're still going to continue to. It's crazy. It's like it's done with. 2 people died here. Nobody wants to come here. Stupid. Like, what the fuck?
Inspectors or learn new details about what may have caused that teen to fall, we, of course, will let you know.
Yeah, fam, we could definitely take a moment of silence. I need a little break myself. And, before a moment of silence, prayers to the family and prayers to everybody affected by the situation, man, and prayers for that little boy, and prayers, y'all. We're going to go ahead and take a 2-minute moment of silence. Pay respect to this young man that lost his life at the age of 14 at an amusement park. All right, you guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Silence for this young man. Took a couple minutes. Took a couple minutes. Like, I'm stumbling on my words and shit, y'all. Took a little moment, you know, to pay our respects to this young man and also his family. You guys hear me okay out there? Service is starting to act up again. Trying to make this as quick as possible. We got two more videos, one more news clip, which states about a witness, you know, basically stating that he wasn't strapped in correctly. And then the last video I have for you guys is, you know, people on the actual ride, the day that it opened and back in December. So I'm going to just let both these videos play through. I'm going to let the first one play all the way through, and then I'm going to let the second one play all the way through. We're going to talk about it, and then it's a few other things. Going. Yeah, I don't know what happened right there. Let me check my service. I think we should be good.
We do begin with hearing those who knew 14-year-old Tyree Sampson, the 8th grader, died on the free fall ride in Orlando. And tonight, so many questions still. Nico Clemens is live in the Tampa News Center with more on the tragedy. Nico?
Yeah, just an absolute tragedy for the family of this young man. We've heard from quite a few people today, from law enforcement to the ride's operators to Sampson's football coach. But still, the only question that matters tonight: how did this happen?
They didn't secure the seatbelt on.
Is you don't question things that's supposed to happen if they teach you that.
However, there are more questions than answers. After 14-year-old Tyree Sampson fell from an Orlando theme park ride and lost his life. His most recent football coach remembers him as a good person.
Like I say, straight A student, never did anything wrong, never got in trouble. You know, you kind of question it, like, why him?
Inspectors started their work Friday, going through the attraction, piecing together how this happened. The Orange County Sheriff says his office's role is to determine whether this was an accident or intentional act.
This does appear just to be a terrible tragedy.
The Slingshot group of companies operates the ride. A representative says there are safety checks in place before it launches.
The ride will not operate if those checks are not green lighted. So again, everything was functioning properly when the ride started. What we don't know is what happened after that.
The ride, which opened only a few months ago, is now closed indefinitely. Sampson's football coach is telling this.
Great kid, man.
The Orange County Sheriff says his office has no reports of any issues with this ride before. Sampson School, they sent a letter to families today saying they are making plans to honor and memorialize the teen. And right now they are collecting donations for his family, but this investigation is far from over. In the Tampa newsroom, Nico Clemens, 8 on your side.
All right, so yeah, fam, this last video that I'm gonna show to you guys is from the actual first day. I believe they stated that these were the first humans to actually ride this ride in the park. What they say in this video. I might skip through a little few parts, like when they going up and all that stuff, because you know I guess this ride takes a long time to reach the top. But I just want to give you guys a feel of the ride and you know, see what it's about. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
We're in the seat, baby. Alrighty, guys, here we go. First ever human ride on the Orlando Freefall. We're about to do this. Here we go, baby. Woo, boy. All right, so we're almost at 300 feet. What incredible views. Oh. We're getting towards the top, spinning stops. All right, so we've stopped. Motor's gonna kick on, and we're about to drop, baby. Let's do this! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Whoa! Woo! All right, Matt, you ready?
I don't know.
Bye!
Oh god, first time with the seats tilting.
Yeah.
What this is like.
No, I do not have the entire video. Like I stated earlier, I haven't even watched the video, and I'm not the type of person, that would want to watch that video, let alone even contain it or share it on this channel. But for those that want to watch it, it's out there somewhere on the internet. But yeah, to answer the question, yeah, I don't got it.
So we just did our first ride ever, and now we're gonna do our second ride ever, but this time the seats are gonna tilt.
Oh god.
And it takes forever to get to the top, so the suspense just builds and builds and builds. I can't wait.
I'm excited. The view of this. Is Chris, are you on this too?
Yeah, Chris is over there somewhere.
Chris. I love seeing the slingshot as you go up.
It's like right in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tilting.
Oh.
Slingshot.
Yeah. It's crazy how you see Starflyer and you just keep going past the ride vehicle stopping there.
Look at the rain over downtown.
It's raining over downtown. It's raining over on Disney property.
Yep.
It's crazy. And this is crazy too. We're passing the 300-foot mark right here. We still have more to go.
We still have another 100 feet. Oh, God. Oh, I'm feeling it again.
I know, it's so tall. It's really raining over there. I know.
All right, so we're getting right about 350 now.
Yep. That's about accurate.
And we're spinning. Spinning's going to stop here in a second, and then we're going to tilt. So here we go. Oh, man.
Oh, Lord. I don't like this.
Yeah, the ride should definitely be shut down, or at least put some seatbelts on there, you know, to secure and prevent anything like this happening. But all right, so in the first part of this video, the ride didn't tilt because they're just testing the ride or something like that. These are park employers, first people to test the ride. So the first time when they reached the top, the ride didn't tilt like, you know, it usually does. So right now they're at the top of the ride and it tilts, but this is also where it could become confusing as far as why he didn't fall out right here. On fam, let me, oh, there it goes. Let me let it queue up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and jump back into the video. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't know if you guys heard me because we lost service, but I guess this is the confusing part where the ride tilts all the way at the top. You would think that somebody will fall out if they're not locked in, but maybe not. Never know. I still don't think that he just slid out the bottom of it though, for sure. Because they never mention anything about the restraint. If he slid out because it got unlocked, or did he slide out when it was locked, they're not really getting into details. And then once again, to think about that would only be for one reason, right? To cover up some shit, right? I don't know. Let's get back in this video, y'all. Prayers for the family, prayers for this boy, man. Real life situation, real tragic event.
This anymore.
I like it. I like that you can see straight down.
Oh, this is crazy.
Wow.
Oh. Oh, this is crazy.
And here we go.
Oh, I don't know.
Let's go, baby.
We're still going up.
Yeah, we're still going up slowly, but we're just hanging here.
Oh, this is probably the craziest drop tower ever.
So again, just look straight down. Oh, man.
How long are we going to be like this? Oh, my God.
Woo! That tilt is awesome. Wow. Woo! That's a different experience.
That was so much worse.
Yeah, it's better.
That was so much worse.
Here we go.
Ooh. I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared.
Oh, it's a good view. I ain't scared. I'm just kidding. Just wait, cause it's hot out here, you know. Richie, how you doing, little mate?
Richie's probably not happy right now.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Why did I sign up for this? I'm getting a little scared now. Oh man, they tilt these seats out, man.
Oh, you're not
Woo.
even at 300.
I know. Oh. Woo, woo, woo! Oh, look at that view, though. I like this view, though.
It's gorgeous.
Rich, you see the view? You see the sunset over there, Rich? Hey, Rich, when's the first time you seen the top of that, isn't it? This is a... They designed it.
All right, so we'll stop spinning.
Oh,
Oh, there's a tilt.
oh.
Yo, okay. I don't know what the hell happened there. It keeps adding me somewhere. I don't know why. Let me check my cell phone. It's not my cell phone. Well, as long as you guys can hear me and as long as there's only one of me up here. I don't know why I got three of me in the background. And the video at the end was, basically just to give you guys a vibe of the ride, which is actually a pretty scary ride. I would definitely not ride that shit. For sure, for sure. I like roller coasters, but not that free fall shit. I might as well go skydive or, jump out of plane. It's like damn near the same thing, bungee jump. But anyways, that's besides the point though, man. The whole point is, of course, this child that lost his life, and still people out there that need answers, like for sure, for sure. And I feel this is a situation, even though it's already out there, it's good to help spread awareness on this in all types of ways, for the respect of this little boy that lost his life, to help the family get answers, because they're gonna want answers, you know what I mean? And this Yeah, I don't know what the hell keeps going on. Yeah, I noticed Wi-Fi is tripping. I got full service, but it's still acting up. But I'm pretty much done anyways, you guys. I didn't say everything that I had to say. It's really, nothing else to say besides prayers for this family in this situation. And then we're going to end that situation right there and, try to stay updated. And we're going to pray that this family get answers. It's not really too much that you can ask for this family because like the man said, the father said, is nothing that's going to bring his son back. And it's already, I don't want to say a dead situation like that. People take it the wrong way, but, it's somewhat of a dead situation. Why I'm saying that is because this child is gone. So there's really nothing that can patch it up, For the ones that's really affected, a lawsuit is cool, but it's not gonna, it's not gonna heal nothing at all. Thank you, Sunshine. I appreciate it. Peace and blessings. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. And once again, if you're over there on Facebook, make sure you come on over here. If you are making comments on Facebook, and then also, hold on real quick, you guys. Give me about 30 seconds real quick. I want to say something else. Well, I got a few, few other things I want to say before we end this live. All right, fam. Sorry about that little extra noise right there. But I want to speak on this real quick because it's very important, man. And for those people out there that do this type of shit, y'all need to know, like, it's not right. Even though you got the trolls out there, which, trolls is some people that just don't give a fuck in general, Anything that's going to benefit them, they'll share it. They'll probably share something happening to their own mama that they love over, just for the pleasure of sharing a video, I guess. But now, as far as watching it, I wouldn't watch it. There's people out there that got the gut for that. Watch the video, I guess, I can't really speak up on that. But for the person that uploaded this video, that leaked this video, and for the people that's sharing this video, like, that's not cool at all. And anybody that would share a video like that on their platform is not cool at all. Like, not cool at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people got to really think about that shit. That is weird. disrespectful and all types of things, you know. So I wanted to speak back up on that. And hopefully somebody out there take that into consideration and don't do them type of things, man. And it's sad that you even got to explain these type of things. But, you know, hey, somebody got to say it. Somebody got to say it. People think with anybody losing their life on video, especially a child. For those that don't know, you know, that's just how I operate on my channel. That's just how I am in general in life. Like, you know, it's called morals, respect, integrity, all them things, you know, in connection to one thing, you know. I see it all. I see it all. Wait, hold on. I started driving, you guys, so I'm trying to, you know, getting this live while I'm still driving. I see it. I'll report it in the creator. Yeah, most definitely. It's only the right thing to do, and I encourage that too. I agree with that. For anybody that see this video, man, if you just possibly, you know, able to do that and make it happen, even if you could just do it, you know, it's just the fact that you did it. Even if it's, you know, nothing has been done, at least you tried on your end. But for the most part, like, that's out. So I hope that was very transparent. And, you know, let me say this again too. For those that's interested in watching it, hey, that's on y'all. I think that's more of a gut feeling than what you can handle. Me, I just, you know, it wouldn't settle right with me. But, you know, some people out there is used to them type of things. It might be their profession. They already deal with that type of stuff in life. So I can understand somewhat, you know, of that part of but yeah, so that's it on thing I do want to say before I end this live. I want to just give a shout out to Keith and her auntie Penny. They want, you know, advocates for the boys. You know, today is the day that Keisha is having a memorial service for her auntie, which she is very affected off the situation, man. So I just want to show my love and pay my respect. And, you know, y'all send prayers out there for Keish, man. Drop them prayer hands for Keish and her family and this situation that she's going through, while also, you know, still being a human, still dealing with life, and still being an advocate for the boys, frontlining, you know, while still going through her tragic event that she's going through in life. So shout out to you all day, man. Drop them prayer hands, drop them 100s, them hearts, whatever y'all feel y'all want to drop to show y'all love. You know, when people is really affected by these type of situations, it's hard to come back from that. Some people don't come back. Some people get damaged for life, you know, after losing somebody that they're very, very close to. And of course, prayers for the boys, classic and sincere. We still out there looking for the boys. We know that they're deceased, but we still need justice, and the family still needs their bodies, and, you know, it's still a lot of work to be done. So prayers for them, prayers for Ro. As everybody know, you know, Ro and her family, they just lost their mother, which was also a day one advocate and supporter of the boys. So there's been a lot of tragedy out there amongst different people, and, you know, that's related to the boys' case, and there's things that everybody has to deal with. case just happen to take the loss, as far as losing somebody, you know, that's gonna affect them. And you know, I'm going through my little issue too with, you know, losing my kid's stepfather, man. So just drop them prayers, man. I just want to say that real quick because it's only right. As supporters, y'all go through stuff too, but y'all not able to voice all y'all problems like we're able to, you know, because we have a platform and this is our job, or you know, this is what we do. So I want to send a prayer out to all my supporters in general, not even if you're not going through nothing, a prayer for, you know, more blessing or for protection for everybody, for, you know, anybody that supports this channel, you know what, just for the whole world in general. And we're gonna end it like that, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a couple more minutes for comment it up, y'all. Oh yeah, one more thing. I got an important interview tomorrow live with another Cal City situation involving a child. Crazy, right? Yeah, it is crazy. I don't know what's going on with my city, and it's like a trend, but like a pandemic. I don't know what to call it, but I'm pulling up right now. You could have, you know, you could have texted my phone with that. But anyway, so it's a lot of darkness going on in Cal City, man. So I got an interview tomorrow. We're gonna start around. I'm still trying to set up the time. It's gonna be early in the morning though. Yeah, sorry about that, you guys. I'm getting phone calls in the background, so my service, it takes away from my service. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, you guys. So, I got a full days of work tomorrow. I have another situation that I got a whole nother case with my in-laws, but I got to set up my schedule. I don't want to say too much and, happen, so just stay tuned in tomorrow. And, thank you everybody that's tuned in. I appreciate it for all the love and support out there. Everybody that's tuned in. Roro, you still in here? I don't know if you're still in here, but thank you, for tapping in. Be easy. Yeah. She ain't gonna be easy. She be tripping.
You're always late. You're always late. You never can pick me up on time. You do that.
But yeah, you guys, I'm about to let me get this. And I gotta, switch drivers real quick and get cursed out real quick for being late. Y'all know how it goes. But yeah, peace and blessings to everybody out there. And much love, y'all. I'm pretty sure I go back live a little bit later on because I just feel like going live and address, everything that's going on. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. Yeah, good looking, Roro. I appreciate it. You already know. Peace and blessings, y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Drive safe, strap up, stay your ass in the house, go to work, get your food. Boom.